Today we're going to pay tribute to a player who has contributed a lot to the soccer here in Toronto. He's no other than Michael Bradley, player of the Toronto FC Football Club. I mean, I was around Toronto FC from even before they went to BMO Field, they were the Canada Centre, under Paul Burney and Osesa. Michael came to Toronto as part of the bloody big deal signing by the Maple Leafs.
A team that you all can be proud of here. And I can tell you all that I have never been more excited, more determined, and more motivated for any challenge in my entire career. So at my end, couldn't be more happy to be here. Can't wait to get to work. And it's gonna be a great season.
He was not the feature of the bloody big deal because Toronto FC was looking for a forward, and the signing of Jermaine Defoe took precedence over that. But as everything else, the way the game is played, you have to have structure and leadership, and it's the leadership that has taken Toronto FC to the 2017 championship. A lot of the leadership of the team came from Michael Bradley as the captain. I was there at the Real Sports Bar downtown Toronto, and I thought that was it in 2014. But lo and behold, Defoe left Toronto FC. And I know it's a team sport, but I can tell you that the reason why we're paying tribute to Michael Bradley is for all those who know sport and know accomplishment and aware of what success is all about. You know, it takes that glue, and Michael Bradley was the glue. Not only the glue, he made a pivotal move in bringing his friend Josie Altondale. And as we said in the Star Soccer Review magazine, he was the real deal. I called him the real deal, and it proved out that he was the real deal. So this video is to bring in and reveal the career of Michael Bradley at Toronto FC with a drum beat. He was the heartbeat, the real deal, leadership that was needed, and with no disrespect to the others, he stayed the course, which is normally what you need to do to bring a championship to a franchise. And for us here at Caribbean Stars and Star Soccer Review, regardless of what anyone says, he made the difference to the city getting a MLS championship.
Now, with the new signings, you know the pressure is going to be on the back four. So, how you look to face that challenge?
Definitely. Our back four, we like to weather the storm. Our coach puts us through it all the time in practice, and I think we're ready.
Okay. Before it used to be a little hush-hush, nobody wanted to mention it. You know what the objective is for the season, right? You know what the objective is? What the fans expect?
Yeah, definitely.
Could you tell us what the fans expect?
Playoffs.
Are you looking at depth in the event of injury?
Yeah, you always have to look at that. I think that part of being comfortable with your roster is knowing that you have the proper support and backup at all positions. So yes, we need to have depth in all areas.
So for the little time you've been here, what did you anticipate hearing from the other guys or the buzz around the city? What is the major objective of the team this year from your little?
I think the major objective has got to be success. There's an awful lot of excitement surrounding the football club at the minute, and the structure and the facilities, everything that we are being given and everything that's being put in place is geared towards success. So I suppose now it's up to us as a group to perform and ultimately to win and bring that success that everyone craves to the football club.
Homeboy Dwayne Rosario. Dwayne, how you feel about the team going deep and how you feel about you playing a part in that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm glad to see the additions, including myself, coming back home. But, the future definitely looks good. It's just important that we gel together and stay together as a team and really take one game at a time. We can't bite off more than we can chew. Right now, we haven't accomplished anything, and it's very important that we focus on the first game and take it one game at a time.
What has Michael Bradley brought to your locker room?
I mean, he's a huge guy. He's a huge player to have, and just his experience and his personality, and just everything he brings to the table is positive. It's the exact direction we're going with the team. You learn a lot from him on and off the field. You know how to conduct yourself in the locker room and things such as this, and you also see on the field how to be efficient with what you do and really be professional about how you conduct yourself as a part of the team. So there's really a lot to be learned from him.
How has it been with the hype going on right so far?
It's exciting. We got a lot of players coming in and the quality's there. And you can tell just in the training sessions everyone's positive and there's a buzz going on. Everyone's looking forward to Seattle for sure.
In your mind, what do you think the objective is for the season?
I don't think it should be anything less than the playoffs. I mean, with the guys we brought in and the team we have from last year, I don't think there's no reason we shouldn't do it.
Wing back plays and stuff, the back four, are you comfortable now? You guys understand each other?
Oh yes, definitely, especially with our center backs, we have a good chemistry, and the right backs as well. Lumi, he did quite well last year when he came in. I think, and we got Bradley now, and Bradley already, he's established his presence in preseason already, even though he's nursing a little bit of injury or whatever, setback. But he's a good player, I'm excited to play next to him.
Michael, what do you think contributes to your dedication as a 26-year-old? You seem very committed. What in your brilliant seem to give that type of character in your personality?
This is what I love to do. From the day I was born, my father was a coach, and I had the chance to be around the game, have experiences, hanging around his teams, and this has been my passion and my love really since I was young. And so for me to have the opportunity now to do what I love for a living is something incredibly special. The thing about being a leader is it starts with how you play. So you can talk about being a leader, but the most important thing is leading by example first. And you don't have you'll never have any credit within the group if you talk and talk and talk, but every time you step on the field it feels good. So for me, trying to balance that, and show what I'm all about as a player on the field and in training, but at the same time take a big role in the locker room and try to help some of the young guys and make sure that now as we move forward into the season that we're establishing a strong mentality about what we're going to be about. Yeah, we're excited about it. The new signings, the money that the MLSD have spent, the pressure and the expectations, it's all it's why we do this. The chance to walk out into sold-out stadiums and play with the pressure to win games, to eventually win trophies. That's exciting, and there's a commitment and there's a determination in every guy here to now forget about everything that's happened in the past year and now let this be the start of something new. And obviously it's easy to talk about, and we all know that there's going to be ups and downs along the way. But the pressure that now is going to come along with playing for Toronto FC is something that every person here is going to embrace. A week ago, if anybody had told us that now there'd be another guy like Julio Cesar come in, I think nobody would have believed it. now to hopefully see him walking through the door the next few days. As I said, I think it's something that raises the profile of our team and the club and the league even more. Certainly put the cards on our backs. Take it honestly one day at a time, 1 week at a time. You're trying to, at the moment, trying to get through preseason in a good way, trying to, like I said before, help lay that foundation for what our team's going to be about. On a personal level, trying to sharpen up and be as fit as possible for the start of the season. And then you take it one game at a time. At the moment, everybody's looking forward to that first game in Seattle. I think that's going to be, for this league, something really special. And after that, we'll look forward to DC United at home. So that's how I approach things. Take it one week at a time. Physically, for me, working through the off season to come back from the foot and then heading straight into national team camp and then back here means that I feel strong, I feel fit. I think the training day in and day out here, both on the football side but also the physical side, in terms of the running, the work in the gym. I think between Greg and Robin and Dan and obviously Jim Liston, I think the work has been really good. I think we're fit, and I think we're going to be a group that continues to get fitter as the year goes on, which, to be honest, is really good.
Michael, I know one game is not a season, but
we have a lot of confidence in who we are. We feel good about the improvements that were made in the offseason. I think there's a group of us now who have been together for a year and who have worked together and know what it's like to push each other day in and day out. All the credit in the world goes to guys like Josie and Seva and Benoit and Damien, who have come in and haven't skipped a beat. And so for me personally, to be part of that is exciting. To be in a group where guys come in every day excited to work, excited to train. That's all you can ask for. And so I think, as you said, it's only one game. We know that there'll be ups and downs along the way, but we feel good about the group that we have in terms of really being able to go and get after it every game.
I've known Michael since 15 years old, and from the moment we met, we clicked instantly because we both have a love and a passion for the game that is rare. And so, when he first told me about Toronto, I'll never forget, we were in Tampa, playing against Nigeria, and we were getting ready for that game. He said, "Hey, you should come to Toronto." Started off as a joke, but I started to think about it, and we talked all the time about it. And to make it a dream come true, to come here, and for me, it was about coming here and making sure that we won this thing, because I know all the pressure or whatever that's put on him when he first came here, and I wanted to come here and help take that a little bit away from him, help him win here. And so to be here, to be able to win with him in the fashion which we did, he's a guy that never complains. He receives a lot of shit, a lot of critiques or whatever, but every night puts his head down and plays the game for his team. And for me, if you put a group of guys behind Michael that share that mentality, you're always going to be successful. There is no player, for me, that I've seen in U.S. soccer, I've been a part of a long time, with the dedication, the commitment, and who just believes and plays the game the right way. It's team first always, it's never about him.
Toronto FC had some successes in the local championship, the national championship here, Canadian championship, but the franchise wasn't going to the next level. And the next level was not a tremendous task. It was just a matter of getting to the playoffs. And that was an elusive objective until Michael Bradley and some of these guys came to town.
Greg, what was your assessment of the game based on the last two changes you made, substitutions? What was your assessment?
Well, at the moment we were up 3-1. So part of it was to get fresh legs onto the field to help us get pressure higher up the field for Josie. Josie's played a fair amount of minutes. He did a lot of work. It was just to allow us to work a little bit to get pressure to the ball up higher up the field, keep their center backs under pressure. And the other was Warren. Warren just is Oso's I thought was having a good game, but he took a bit of a knock, and I thought he had a limp going and a little bit of Warren's a good defender, midfield defender in one-on-one situations, so it was to help us sort of lock down defending in those wide areas. The other aspect of that was Michael dropping a little bit deeper and us flattening out a little bit more into two clear lines of four and understanding our responsibilities out of our defending shape, and not having Michael chasing higher up the field and looking to press the ball higher. So those are the main reasons for it, for us to go into the defending shape that we've been very solid in for the last 3 or 4 games. It just so happened that the crossbat in the box didn't have anything to do with it.
Tomorrow FC Games, it's time. For the first time ever at BMO Field, welcome your Toronto FC to the 2016 MLS Cup playoffs.
He formed the character of the team. In 2016, Toronto FC went on to win the Eastern Conference final against Montreal in home and away series. The last game played at BMO Field was a very exciting game that went into extra time. Very wet night, and it was the most enthusiasm I saw from the Toronto FC fans. It was a happy night, but the enthusiasm was unparalleled. The whole atmosphere was electric. They lost a heartbreaker on penalty kicks. And for the final of the championship, it was beyond playoff now, it was about the championship.
It's my pleasure to present the Philip A. Andrews Trophy to the 2 owners of the Seattle Sounders, Joe Roth and Adrian Hanau.
It was not nice. Seattle was celebrating a win in their building, a win at Toronto FC home field.
money, cash money, cash money, cash money.
I'm certain that the Toronto FC players could have heard the celebration in the other change room.
To get ourselves back here, to give ourselves another crack at it has been, honestly, there's no other word for it other than just the obsession. And it's hard to describe to people on the outside what it's been like to live that every day, to live that in the beginning of preseason when it feels like you are years away from a game, let alone a playoff game, let alone a final. The response of our fans and the response of the city last year after we lost was like nothing I've ever seen. They could have pointed fingers, they could have said, you guys blew it. You had a final at home and you couldn't finish, you couldn't take care of business. But the response in the days and the weeks and the months after the game was so unique and so different than what you would typically expect. You know, people were so proud. They were so excited to have been a part of something that they felt was different.
When I watch games back, obviously you watch for details and stuff like that, but I love watching the goals and the celebrations because of the supporters, watching them and what it means to them. I mean, it's chaos. The way they celebrate our goals, it's like they're living and dying with us. I know it's like that for a lot of fan bases, but these people have suffered for a long time. They've had to come watch games where, their team's getting dominated and, people that really didn't care about the city.
Push comes to shove, you want to go. You want to step into the biggest moments with people that you would do anything for, that you love, that you believe in, that you trust, that you know have your back. It doesn't mean that every day is perfect by any means, but the relationship that I have with Greg, the relationship that I have with Josie, the relationship that I have with Seba, with Drew Moore, and I can go down the line. I would do anything for any one of those guys, and I know that they do the same for me. And so when you step on the field in the biggest moments, with everything on the line, nothing's guaranteed. You can do everything right, you can leave everything you have on the field, and if a bounce doesn't go your way, if on the night, you're not quite as sharp, or they get a little bit of luck, you're not guaranteed anything. And I've lived that on many different occasions, but when push comes to shove, I want the mentality of we are all in something together. We have each other's back to the end of the world, and there are no questions asked about that. That's what it's all about. so committed, was so focused. You know, I think I'm a pretty driven person, and I think at times I have to make sure that I don't wear guys out, you know, because for me there's no problem to go 24 hours a day every single day, but I understand everybody's different, and so I know that I have to pick and choose moments to say things and to really be hard with certain things. And with this team, it was incredible because there was never one moment where I looked around and felt like guys were losing focus or were forgetting about what we were trying to do. Everything was about getting back here. Every time I'd look around, it was just every single guy laser focused to give ourselves another chance. There are moments when things are going well for your national team, but not for your club. Moments when things are going well for your club, but not your national team. And when especially for me as captain, I have a huge responsibility to make sure that nothing carries over. That I give everything I have in a given moment for the team that I'm playing on, and then when it's time to switch gears, I switch gears like that. And you know, when we got back from Trinidad, I said to our media here that it would not be fair to any person here, not any of our teammates, our coaches, our fans, any people part of this club, if we brought the anger, frustration, or heartbreak over, because this team this year has been like nothing I've ever been a part of, just in terms of, again, a group of guys together with the coaches, with the staff, with everybody upstairs in the club, that were just so single-minded. to explain to you guys for the next 2 hours what it's like to lose a final on penalties the way we did last year, and to have to wake up the next morning and feel like your chance at redemption might as well be 50 years away, honestly. So unless you've lived that with us, unless you were in that locker room on that Monday morning with us, with all due respect, you'd have no idea. And like I said, to cap it off tonight in the way that we did, to play the way that we did with everything on the line, with all the supposed pressure on our shoulders, I'm so fucking proud. The relationship that this team and the relationship that this team has with our fans and with this city is special. The atmosphere on nights like tonight, from the time you get off the bus, the smoke bombs are going off, and the mayhem outside the stadium, it gives you this feeling like there is only one possible outcome, and that's that we win. So I thank you to every single person who supports us, who comes into the stadium on a night like this, and it's for them.
That's the best. When I watch players back, obviously you watch for details and stuff like that, but I love watching the goals and the celebrations because of the supporters, watching them and what it means to them. I mean, it's chaos. The way they celebrate our goals, it's like they're living and dying with us. They celebrate our goals, it's like they're living and dying with us. I know it's like that for a lot of fan bases, but these people have suffered for a long time. They've had to come watch games where their team's getting dominated, and I came here, like I told you guys before, I came here, I didn't know what to expect, and I was in a lot of ways probably not the best route. Personally, I was going through a lot of stuff just away from the field, not even about soccer, and they all know all about my life, and to come to a place where everybody from day one was so helping, and it was incredible. They've helped me through so much more than they probably know or understand. And when I say it's a special place, I mean it. And family, I don't even know. If you can go beyond family, I would. that's how I feel about this place, about the staff, the fans, and every player. I mean, they're incredible. And so to have a night like this for them, for everybody, it's surreal. It's great.
Single person who supports us, who comes into the stadium on a night like this, and it's for them.
And to see a night like tonight, when the whistle blew, all these people just euphoria. It made it all worth it. And like Michael said, I'm sure Greg has said as well, this night was for them because they've been the driving force behind all this before any of us were even here. And so to be able to repay that to them, it means the world.
Thank you very much, Rob. Let me start by saying to the city of Toronto, to TFC fans, and to